Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya.
The Bluetooth device. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Good morning, everybody. Let me just let a few people know we're alive. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Ah, my girlfriend is here. Ah. Oh, he's associating with a girl. Oh my God. Gohar is sitting too close to a woman here. He's too close, right next to a woman. Watch out. Nityananda, Nityananda. Thank you for coming, everybody. And let's chant the holy name. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita Nityananda Gaura Chandra Gaura Chandra 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Ooh, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Oh my Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jesus Prabhupada Jesus Prabhupada Jesus Prabhupada Jesus Prabhupada Jesus Prabhupada Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I got the fan on me, man. I'm so hot. Burning up, man. Sri Advaita. Oh my God, this is the best path, man. Oh, thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, assembled devotees. Thank you, Lord. Manifest in everybody. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Ooh, let's take a little. This is, ooh, a wild ride today. What a beautiful path. You know, it just gets ever fresh. The white lotus of good fortune. Shashastika prayer, you know. When you come here, you can realize these things, you know. Ooh, Krishna, let's see what we got here. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Continuing on, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, and chapter 1. Yeah, chapter 1. Canto 7, chapter 1. Yes, text number. Yeah, this. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu is always transcendental to material qualities. I just read that. I can read that again and again forever, man. You know how important that is to discover that Lord who is transcendental to material qualities. That's the name. The name is none different than that Supreme Lord who is transcendental to all material qualities. See, and chanting and tasting that truth. See, tasting it. See, this is the difference between, like the Mayavadis. They were devoted to Brahman, and they sometimes get some ecstasy. We have Vaishnavas in that too. You know, some of them get a little ecstasy. See, this usually not that frequent. It's once in a while. You know. But it's that they're not into the service attitude. You see, this tasting, this ecstasy is, believe it or not, can you believe this is actually service of the highest order? This is Vrindavan. This is the Vrindavan personified here, what you see here. You're seeing people doing the highest service for Krishna. Greatest. There's no greater service in it. This is better than being 10 presidents of the United States. This is better than building 5 million zillion hospitals. See? Because you can build so many hospitals, be very pious, right? People love pious, very good. Look at these, all these things. But a person who chants the holy names pleases the Lord even more than that, serves the Lord better than that. Can you imagine just simply chanting the holy name and tasting Krishna's transcendental glories in his name? The highest service. Why? Because it makes the Lord the happiest. And it's all about the Lord's happiness. I mean, of course, the Lord, people, he's in the heart. Person builds hospitals, they feel good, right? You do good deeds. We all know that. The good path, you know. You do good stuff for people, you feel good, yeah. But man, chant the holy name in ecstasy, and you want to talk about feeling good, it's off the charts. Because the feeling good is always the Lord feeling good first. But the thing is, when you do good deeds, there's still a little false ego in it because you think you're feeling good only. Forget about God. You're feeling good, right? There's God, maybe some God we're in the sky, and you're feeling good, right? Not so with a devotee, necessarily. See, the devotees realize, oh, Lord, you're feeling good, therefore I'm feeling good. And this activity you seem to like. Isn't that interesting? The Lord just told us frankly, everybody, I order everybody in the universe, come and join the Sankirtan movement. Chant the holy name in ecstasy. I order everybody to do this. Do the highest service for me, for God. Learn what that's all about, how it shows up in your own body, yeah, and the transformations it causes, the happiness you experience, the realizations you get. The Mayavadis don't get this. Even people who come here, they get a little ecstasy, but they're a little twisted, like that guy. We won't mention his name. The guy that doesn't like the female opposites. See? Oh yeah, I got ecstasy, man. When I go and I listen, but the attitude, is not. It's not. That's why you gotta not only become ecstatic, but you need to, especially if you're lucky, you get a living guru, and that living guru helps purify you even more, so you can be in the vision of the revealed scriptures when you're ecstasy. For God's sake, so many people jump the gun. They get a little ecstatic and they're, oh, great, thanks. It's prostitute. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Man, I go to Lolita and I get my ecstasy. Oh, and that Gora Haridas, I don't know about him. He doesn't follow the Vedas. He's subject to the Vedas like me. And I'm ecstatic now, and who needs him anymore, man? See, slam, bam, thank you, man. I'm off to the next person. See, is that in the vision of the revealed scriptures? See, that's why a lot of Christians they get a little ecstatic, but they don't have shiksha. They don't have a living person to help give them shiksha on a deeper level. They don't have a bigger brother than they are to themselves and others. So people are very lucky if you have a living person that can take you even more into the vision of the revealed scriptures. And then what you are, what you say, and what you emanate is in that alignment there. Because you can see it. My own experience, seeing people come and go and what they do, and they get a little ecstatic. I remember one guy became a little ecstatic, and he started laughing and crying and all these things. He was ISKCON. See, it's always these ISKCON ones are tough nuts usually. ISKCON devotee, laughing, crying, all that. And I tried to give him an instruction because he was preaching Mayavadi poetry. He was still stuck there. I said, better you don't do this. And how dare you say anything about me? I'm an ecstatic devotee now. How dare you say that? I had two people like this. One lady won't even talk to me anymore because I offended her. And they got a little ecstasy. That's like that lady you're dealing with. They don't. Nothing. They don't. They need shiksha, but it's false ego. Too proud. They haven't overcome pride yet. And another lady, I have experiences. I've seen this again and again and again. People stuck in this thing. They're not in the vision of the revealed scriptures. Lalita's in the vision. Johan, many of you devotees, River, see, you're in the vision, and that's why you can go deeper, and they can't. They're stuck there, and they can't even get this association. Can you imagine? A person says they're an ecstatic devotee, but they can't get the association of ecstatic devotees. See, because they're not humble, they're not purified. They have false ego. They want to be one with God usually, or one with Guru. They want to be Guru. All these things taints this alloy. See, that's why the Lord empowers a guru. It doesn't do like hundreds of gurus. One guru, man. That's all you need. One guru. Let's get all of ISKCON surrender here. If you don't, you're stuck. You're stuck there, man. Gaudiya Smriti, they're all stuck. The Lord says, he has like one flute that he really likes, right? And he uses that flute. That's all he needs. He doesn't need 2 flutes, 10 flutes. Matter of fact, it's better if he just has one flute, then there's no confusion. You just go over there, you surrender there, get ecstatic love, or you don't. He's very clear. Have we not spoke frankly? Haven't I not told you like what Jesus told people? Hey, man, you don't come through the door, you don't get it. Right? What is this? You think it's any different? The bona fide guru is like that and always will be like that. You don't go through the door of a devotee. They're the doormen. In Vaikuntha, they have 2 doormen, Jaya and Vijay. You don't get into Vaikuntha. You got to get through them. What do you think? Even more so, in this world, if you're lucky, kiss the ground. You have a doorman for Vrindavan, and you do here. And that's why people get in. Otherwise, you're not getting in, man. You got to get through this thing. It's the same thing. I can't help it. I got Nityananda's nature. It's the truth. If I didn't, I wouldn't be guru. Nityananda told even Raghunath Das flat out, you know, hey man, Lord Chaitanya's mine. You want to get him, you go through me. Yeah, don't tell me if less Lord Chaitanya is yours and you should prove it. That's why Lalita called them out, man. Hey man, prove that Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna are yours. And they won't come forward because he's not. And I tell the whole world, all of you ISKCON gurus, man, Lord Chaitanya is mine. You don't come here, you don't get him. And if you've got him already, then that's fine and you know what I'm talking about, but you don't. Come here, step forward, show us that Lord Chaitanya is yours. And then you'd appreciate this preach. You say, oh, that Kohari is really bold, man. He says just what's in my heart. Because it's the truth. I got the order, Prabhu. I got the order that Nityananda got. I got the order that Dwaita got. I got it this way through Prabhupada, the beautiful way and the blessing of Krishna. Just like anything that's going to work in this world that's really true comes by the book. You notice it's always by the book. But those who fall off this path, they don't go by the book, do they? They fall off of the book. See, they're not in the vision. They don't go through enough shiksha to get there. Well, you know, you go as far as you can go. Here's your chance, everybody. You are my future. Well, that's an interesting statement. Out of the mouth of babes. Amazing. Yeah. So devotees, they speak out of this ecstatic communion with God. That's why what they say is uncommon. What's said here is uncommon. What guru? Have you had any gurus talk like this? I'm surprised myself what comes out of this mouth. But it's true, isn't it? Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, just ask yourself, do you see that loving ecstatic worship here or not? Krishna is his name. That's our contact, man. That's our proof. You don't tell me you got any Bhakti Shastra degrees on the wall. That's why you're Guru and Sannyas and Bhakti Vedanta and you got rubber stamps. Just come here and show us you have Krishna's stamp of approval, Radha's stamp of approval, that they stamped your heart. Let's see. Come on. If not, step aside because we're here to deliver the world. Whoever believes in this preaching, why not? Ask Fani, look at all the mercy he gets, and he doesn't always come always regularly and everything, but he has some faith in what we're doing, right? Just even a little faith, because we have Lord Chaitanya's blessing. You don't have to have full faith here to even become ecstatic. You just even a little faith here goes a long way. That's how merciful Lord Chaitanya is. Yeah. Transcendental to material qualities. See? This is the disciplic line. We've taken shelter of the transcendental qualities of the Lord. How do we know this? All by the deeds. Everything it's by the deeds ye shall be known. By the deeds, we welcome the ecstatic nature of the Lord, right? We welcome it into our lives. We pray for it. That ecstatic nature is Radha, is Lord Chaitanya, is the divine emotion. We welcome that. We don't run away from it. We don't blaspheme it, criticize it. That's why these devotees, they can chant. I've seen this so much. I've seen this in the Narayan Raj group, in the Radha, Hare Krishna. They do one lakh of offensive chanting. You know how it's offensive? Oh, go hurry, man. We don't like you, or oh yeah, well, keep doing your offensive chanting and see how long it takes you to reach the ecstatic stage, and how fast these people, they just come here and they're open to this ecstatic devotion they see here every day, and the conclusive understanding that comes from it. Oh, look how fast they progress, and you're going to sit there with your offensive chanting, and you're going to die in those offenses. And the proof is has your heart softened? Do tears pouring out of your eyes like some of the newcomers that come here? Do you start sweating because of ecstasy? Oh well, no, that's prema, man. My Guru Dave told me many lifetimes before I get that. And you're following such a path. Shows you're less intelligent. You don't even know what ecstasy is. See, people, it's all about. See, Lord Caitanya appeared. See, chapter 4 or 3 in Adi Leela. Lord Caitanya appeared to accept the path of ecstatic love. Well, it starts, charity begins at home. I came to accept the charity of ecstatic love in this life. It came into my life somehow or other, and I accepted it. That's so I'm following now in the footsteps of Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, you're not, man. He came and he found an ecstatic guru, just like you see here, ecstatic devotees. He saw an ecstatic guru chanting the holy name in ecstasy, like you see here. It's all like you see here. Everything that you read in the book is like you see here, except in your speculative minds out there. See, they're speculative minds. They don't see what's in the book, right? But unless they come here, they see but don't see. Didn't Jesus talk about these kind of people? They see but they don't see. They hear but they don't hear. See, that's why all of them have to come through the door. The door is you get purified, your hearing and your seeing becomes purified by seeing ecstatic devotees. Even if it pisses you off sometimes. That's the piss coming out of you. See, you piss off. See, pisses you off. Piss is coming out of you. Good for you. That much more purified, more room for bhakti. Feel relieved.
What verse are you reading, Guru Maharaj? I'm sorry, you didn't say the verse.
Yeah, the verse is verse number 6. See, taking a dump on the Vaides. What is that? Transcendental truth. See, we dump that on them. They don't like it. It's like, ooh, you're taking a dump on me, man. Yeah, we're dumping transcendental knowledge on you, man. That's the highest truth, distinguished from your illusion. No, I'm not an illusion, because my friends never say I'm an illusion. My guru doesn't say I'm an illusion. Well, that's because your guru's an illusion and your friends are an illusion. What do they know, man? They're inside the box like you. We're outside the box. That's why everybody's concerned about, what does a devotee do? Oh, don't no, pay. Oh, it's no big deal that you transmit ecstatic devotion to others and liberate people. Let's look at what rules you follow. See? And Alita reads the whole thing this morning, about, look at Ramananda Roy. Lord Caitanya was not contemptuous of his touch. Ramananda. Why? Because he's a devotee, man. That's why I'm teaching you people out there. Start to see like devotees, man. Don't be looking at don't go look at River because she's a little coarse. So what? She has this and she snaps at you and all that. She's got ecstatic devotion. I'll kiss her feet. If you don't, you'd still need some more shiksha. Krishna's made her like this. She's your test. And you know who I'm talking about out there. She came here to test me, to make sure that I look at what's inside look inside the container, don't see outside. You can always get fooled. Look at her faith, man. Look at her ecstasy. Christian doesn't seem to have a problem with intimately associating with that gal. Why should I? Why should you? Where are you going to learn this stuff, man? You need a kind of a special place. These are the details. Even my students need some room for improvement on that end. Huh? What did Jesus say? I don't want to fail Jesus' test. He said, proof that you're my disciples, how much you love each other. See? That's the test. Okay. All right. And therefore is called nirguna, without qualities. See, that's why, how are you going to understand these verses? How are you going to understand these verses without somebody who's realized them and empowered to do so? Without qualities now? No, without material qualities. See, the spiritual qualities. See, that's how we taking shelter of the spiritual qualities. That's what purifies us. Yeah, that gives us the Lord is giving us that potency, that bhakti lata bij, so we can taste those qualities forever and be liberated in this tasting the Lord's transcendental nature of the highest order. The greatest, deepest revelation of God that's ever been here came through Lord Caitanya's grace for the people in general, not just for great saints. Lord Krishna, he only liberated saints. Lord Caitanya came to give this bhakti lata bij, which gives us the ability to taste the name of Krishna as a gift. But he comes in the line. That's why, hey, you gurus out there, you big sannyasis and big, according to the eyes of the world, Brahmins and sannyasis, do you taste the nectar of the name? Because if you don't, I think you need to come here. Otherwise, you got the many lifetime path that Narayan Raj told you to do for that prema that we're already relishing. We're sitting at the table and having a feast of bhakti, man. Lord Caitanya is the on the menu. His transcendental body and nature and name and pastimes and qualities is our food. Yeah. So if you're not tasting the name, the real path of pure devotion is the devotee. It's always been that. Didn't you hear Jesus? I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. Hey, that's Guru Dev, the real guru, not these phony balonies you've been believing in. They can't do the job. Yeah. Phonies. Imposters. Preposterous. People need to learn Guru Tattva, why you need a living guru. Look at that Balaram. We got to bang him over the head with the truth over and over again. Still don't understand. See? That's why you got it. I mean, it's like everything is so self-evident when you have real bhakti. You got a wife that has ecstasy, you don't. And you think you know better? That is insane, Balaram, and everybody like you, which most are. You have no ecstatic devotion. You have not even accepted the path of ecstatic devotion. And you think you know more than those who worship Bhagavad Gita 10:10 like, who have the right understanding, deep understanding of Krishna consciousness because of that bhakti. And you don't have even a drop of it, and you think you know all about bhakti. That is insane. That is less intelligent. That is stupid. That is illogical. We have devotional logic that comes from Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Worship to those who worship Krishna with this loving ecstasy that brings tears to the eyes, choking the voice, so many beautiful sentiments, and relish beyond this world, a happiness beyond this world. You come here, you see a happiness that you don't see ordinary people have, do you? You see anybody out there? You see any of these gurus have this kind of happiness? And they're just pretenders in that way. If you don't have this happiness, I'm sorry, you're just a pretender. That's just the truth. You're pretending to be the door to Vrindavan, but you can't get anybody in. You can't take their burdens away. I'm just appealing to the good sense and logic in somebody. Maybe Acharya Dev will understand what I'm talking about. Because if he doesn't, and he probably doesn't, he's encased in false ego. And one of his followers, if they come and they understand what I'm talking about, they become more intelligent than their guru, which is right. Unless you become unless you are a real bona fide, real representative of Vrindavan, if you go to the right place, you become more intelligent than a sannyasi and a Brahmin, which your guru might be. He might be a good person. He might be a good Brahmin. But you become more intelligent simply because you're associating with a Shuddha Bhakta, one who is taking shelter of the spiritual energy. Okay? And then you get access to that God that they worship in ecstasy. Most sannyasis and Brahmins and gurus, they're worshiping the good God, the mode of goodness. Vishnu, and he's in charge of the mode of goodness, rules, regulations like this. So you get the God of your guru. He's a good God. Oh, you become a righteous person, maybe. There are a lot of good devotees out there. I mean, they're good people, right? They follow the rules and regulations and all that. But they're not ecstatic devotees. See? And the Lord came here. He said, hey, man, that kind of love, that good God love doesn't control me, doesn't even attract me. It attracts Vishnu, maybe, to help you, empower you to follow more rules, more regulations. See? Yeah, my Lord empowers me to worship more ecstatically, to surrender more to the transcendental Lord. It inflames this bhakti, man. The Lord, Radha wants to surrender to that. She flies into that. Trust the Lord, man. I love it. Oh, let me just swim in this ocean of this nectar that you are, the reservoir of all pleasure, my Lord. See, that's chanting the holy name in ecstasy. Come, let's have a chanting contest. You come here. You gurus, bring your champions. I'll bring mine. I have two main ones here. Lalita and Johan. You chant. Let's see who chants more ecstatically. I think that's fair, huh? Bring your champions. And then whoever wins everything. Put all your disciples in the pot. Yes, go hard. He's after your disciples. Why not, man? Well, we want to liberate them. Why not? What's wrong with that? Is that faulty to go want all the disciples of everybody so that we can liberate them? Is that false ego? I'm asking the question. Is it false ego to want all of Acharya Dev's disciples and all Radhanath's disciples just to liberate them? Is that selfish? Is that false identity? Pride? God, it just makes sense to me. Give me all your disciples. If you won't come, all your disciples should come here, get liberated, and then do the almost impossible task of liberating you because you're so encased in donkey urine of name and fame and all that stuff. I don't know. This stuff, I don't know. The Lord, I can't help it, man. I worship the Lord like this, and He makes me like this. It seems like madness to people, you know? I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me. I think I want everybody and everything over here, you know? Why not? Because everybody that comes will, they'll get this bhakti. The more that come, the more faith people get, the more ecstasy is going to be here. I don't understand Balaram. I met him at Lalita Ganga's house, and I thought he was completely absorbed in her preaching. Replying, he does not understand Guru Tattva. Yeah, he doesn't understand Guru Tattva. The basics. That's why he has to understand this stuff first. Yes, a chant off. That is so awesome. Haha. We are going to destroy this competition. Yeah, team, amazing, grace. Yeah, very right. Yeah. This is Vrindavan style, very playful, lots of comedy, very thrilling, yeah, very intense, put you on the edge of the seat, keep you around forever. Hey, you guys have been here 5 years. You practically come every day. Isn't that amazing? Well, what what does that mean? People coming every day for hours and doing their own classes and all that stuff. What does that mean? Is that common or uncommon? What human beings can do stuff like that? Would be with all this Maya going on. Got Maya everywhere, but we keep coming back here for more. That shows you something that's more attractive than the illusory energy, which is everywhere. Everywhere. Maya is just shimmering. We could look at anything and everything all day, and they say, oh, we have no time to come here, for 2-3 hours every day and then do our own classes, for 1-2 hours. And then everybody else also that may not be doing classes, but they're watching. They also go to one to class to where that shows you the shelter is really here because that burns. And then you stay here long enough, you realize that burns, but this cools. Yeah, very entertaining. Everything. Vrindavan style. Because he is unborn, he does not have a material body to be subjected to attachment and hatred. That's why those who get the real shelter, the Lord, are like that. They think differently than human beings because of that shelter. Yeah, no real hatred for anybody. See, desire and hate for the world, you know what it causes? Fighting others, not seeing who you're dealing with. That's why the demons and demigods fight. See, good and evil, the battle of good and evil. What are movies all about? The battle of good and evil, right? Good and evil fight, good fights evil. All the movies always like that, right? There's got to have the evil person, got to have the good people. Without both parties, you have no movie. See, you have no pastime. What is the Lord trying to teach the world? Okay, you tired of this good and evil stuff? You wanna enter into the Lord's transcendental pastimes? Well, that's what we're here for. Come chant the holy name with us, develop ecstatic attraction, get this Bhakti Lata Bij, because that's what we have here. If your gurus, do your gurus have Bhakti Lata Bij? Well, if they do, and you've gotten it, then you'll be able to chant the holy names and you'll be attracted to Lord Chaitanya's pastimes and you'll be attracted to Radha and Krishna eventually, if not quickly. Because it's the same, actually. Yeah. One becomes completely addicted. Yeah, because that's what the world does. The world gets us completely addicted, right? And that's why another. You see why you need living devotees. They show, ultimately they need to show reality. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan, right? Why did Jesus say such a thing? I mean, of course he uses the word heaven, but no. See, that's the editors. They think heaven is the destination. No. The destination is heaven and earth will disappear, but Jesus's words will live forever. Okay? The spiritual kingdom is in the word of a devotee. It's in their revelation and realization and understanding. That's why you don't come here. You don't like this. You don't get into the kingdom that I'm living in, or Lalita's living in, and others, rivers, and others that are faithful in this preaching. We're already in a kingdom. And the king, thy will be done on earth, right? Aren't we doing that on earth? You ever seen Johan in Rivers class and Lalita's class? Are they bringing Vrindavan, that happiness that devotees feel there on earth, so that people can see what is reality and hear the word that comes from that reality? The message, the good news that you can also be like this. You can also be ecstatic. Even in the matrix, good and evil fights one another. So that's not really the way to get out of the matrix. Exactly. Because it's just a manifestation of like a demigod's becomes more powerful than these robots, whatever they are, bots, whatever they are. The AI, yeah, becomes more powerful than the AI. Maharaj, what does it implies when someone chants or listens to these classes? The body is getting fluctuated extremely hot, hotter than the temperature of a fever. Yeah, because that's ecstatic symptoms, and that's how you get it, is by association with ecstatic devotees. Especially when you become open and faithful, that's the way the Lord promoted this. They saw him; he would come into town and he would show this ecstasy. He even said for a long when he's thinking of coming here, chapter 3 or 4, the Lord is thinking of Adi Lila in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He's thinking for a long time. When he was Krishna, and then he disappears, he's thinking, for a long time I have not appeared in this world and given in charity ecstatic devotion to the people in general. Okay? So he appeared as Lord Caitanya. And how did he do it? The way you see it here. Isn't that the way you've got it? Isn't that the way Lalita got it? Didn't she say, I saw this, them chanting ecstasy, and she gets it. Yeah. Fire of the spirit, yeah. Heats up the body, purifies it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just one of the ecstatic symptoms, is sweating.
Devastating testimony from 2 Sandy Hook parents today. And
You hear that voice for a second? It'll probably come on in a minute. But you see that voice? I just hit the thing, and it was a YouTube thing. This is the voice of people in the world. It's very materialistic, and people listen to that all day long, and they stay in the material consciousness. You have to hear the voice of truth, transcendental truth. You have to see people who have feelings that are divine feelings awakening in their bodies, which are temples. That's why it's so amazing, because the contact you can get on these videos here. This is what keeps people coming every day. This is better than going to the temple, because the temple of a real devotee is the real temple. the real temple that Krishna really likes and is more powerful than going to the temples. Remember we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said Lord Chaitanya is going to the holy places and purifying the tirthas. See? So you don't have to go anywhere. You could stay here. You don't have to take another trip to Vrindavan ever. And just turn your camera on because the Lord appears in our temples here. More so than you see in these other temples. Oh, how can you say that he appeared? Well, look at where the appearance of the Lord in more strength is where more tears are, whereas his expressions of ecstasy are. You don't see that in the temples, right? But you see that here. You see that amongst the devotees. See, like you go to the temple, you see sadhus go to the temple and the deity is there. Okay? But look what the kinds of caliber of devotees that come here into even our cyber. This kind of like the metaverse thing, It works. But, they can give us some goggles too. I don't care, Let's try them out and go in the metaverse and we'll be right there like, in full immersion. It'll probably be amazing. See? But a lot of people that are intelligent, you know what they say? They want to get you in the metaverse, man. They want to make you a robots and stuff like that. It's all because Facebook, all these things here in this world are being used for Maya, to spread Maya. That's what they're doing. See? That's how they're trying to do the New World Order. They're using all this technology for Maya. For what? Control, conquer, to, that kind of stuff. That's all low chakra stuff. Low energy vibration stuff. Fear thing. We got to conquer people or they'll conquer us and all that bullshit, man. We don't live there, man. So yeah, give me all that technology. I don't care. Give me, we'll use it. Yeah, I think that's great. That'll work. Full immersion. Now we're more in the room together. We can't even have little cartoon characters. I can do more comedy skips. I can have these little avatars and all that stuff. No problem. But you'll be hearing the truth, right? You'll be seeing ecstatic avatars crying tears and all that stuff. And they'll be real. See, devotees give reality to everything in this world. Why? Because it's associated with reality. See, the voice gives reality. Look at, you can listen to that guy and fight, this and the lying and cheating stuff and all that going on, and it's just material, right? Or you can listen to the voice of truth. What? We're speaking the Bhagavatam principles, the highest truth, distinguished from illusion. Yeah. Let's listen, Got an endless source of happiness here. These are the words of God, and the truth about the Lord. He is unborn, does not have a material body to be subject to attachment to hatred. See? You come here, you'll get the qualification to take shelter of that transcendental Lord. Doesn't hate. And that'll purify you. If you got any hatred in you or anger or you're against this and that, that'll get all purified here. Go as far as you can. And once you're attracted, doesn't matter. There any crust, no problem. You go right to the Lord because you're attracted to the Lord. You got the mercy. Isn't that fantastic? You got the mercy. You get the mercy here to become attracted as you are. You don't have to be like Narayan Raj told you, a superstar devotee, a super aesthetic, a super renunciate, a super sannyasi to get the mercy. That's wrong. Just like he told me, my questions were wrong. If he can say, why can't I? Your understanding is wrong. If he can tell me that my questions are wrong, right, publicly, why can't I publicly tell that his conception is wrong and prove it? and get people free of all their sentimental garbage. Oh, he should. Oh, hey, man, I want to see some proof. I'm saying you can get ecstatic love in this life when you have the mercy of Lord Caitanya and you have his approval and you have the approval of the real disciplic line, which we do. And if you believe otherwise, well, follow your word that you believe. Follow his word and die without this bhakti that we're enjoying every day. The aroma of the lotus flower every day. It's up to you. Such a great example, listening to this preaching associated with this Sangha immediately, just falling completely in love. That is very uncommon, yet keeps happening time and again. See, she received the good news. See, for her it was good news. Very easy, good news. And so the others we have to free. We have to free these people in these groups. So I got to work a little bit more, which is okay. I like preaching. I like preaching the truth in this world. Why not, man? What else are you gonna do? It's nice. We got a little sadhu sangha, program. People are coming. Got 19 people watching, maybe more. People watch the replays. They hear uncommon truth. Isn't this pretty uncommon? Do you hear this preached anywhere? See? Do you hear the actual verses when they say a great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others? Do you actually like to see somebody that represents the verse? See, Gohari is saying he's a great sage, therefore don't listen to him. No, well, no, what I am saying is a great sage can only be a great sage because Krishna and Radha, the full truth is living inside them. Prabhupada was a great sage because Radha and Krishna were living inside them. Okay? And they had proof of that. He was an ecstatic personality, right? Bhakti Siddhanta also, Bhakti Vinod. They were great sages because the supreme absolute truth in the real line was living inside them. Love, devotion. Okay? So all you have to do is look in Gaur-Hari, does that same great sageosity, that love of God living inside him also. Remember my ex-wife, she left because I would preach like this and she would say, no, actually I refined it better, got it more clear. You see, you're just talking about yourself all the time. Well, the shoe fits, what can I do, I know, well, I never thought it was bad when I hear Bhakti Vinod or Prabhupada's preaching, a pure devotee is like this, a pure devotee is like this. I thought, yeah, that you're talking about yourself, you're that devotee. I thought that was wonderful. But people in false ego, they think they see the faultiness because they desire to be guru. They can't appreciate real gurus. They can't appreciate that Krishna. See, they're blinded by their desire to be important, to be acknowledged, name and fame. See, I'm addicted to you and the family. That's what it's about, addiction, man. That's right. Oh, don't think. Oh, yeah, we come here to make addicts. Yeah. The only thing you get is just like a person getting addicted to jogging. Yeah, they're healthy usually, they're healthy body, and they're addicted. They got to do it, man. They've got their, they have a habit. They got to do it, otherwise they don't feel good. So much more so this. See, this gets you liberated eternally. You could be a nice jogger and everything, nice body and all that, and then you die and you get another one. Why? Because you're not addicted to this platform of worship. You're not addicted to the transcendental energy that we are. And that includes you religionists out there. Are you addicted to what we're representing that we show here every day? Are you addicted to this ecstatic worship like we are? If not, you're taking another birth, my friends. And so-called enemies, you don't get addicted to this. This is the door, man. The door to the addiction of the transcendental potency. And otherwise, you won't get it by your offensive chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, I did my 1 lakh, but I hate Gaur Das's ecstasy. Oh, he associated with a woman or this or that. He doesn't follow, he drinks coffee. Ooh, ooh. Well, Krishna doesn't have a problem. Every day I just come and surrender thee, surrender. We mix. It's so nice to mix with the Lord, isn't it, River? Isn't it nice to mix with the Lord? We're mixing, mixing our energies. He plays me, I play him. He plays me, I play him. It's like a swing. Radha and Krishna swing. Yeah, that's what it is here. He plays me, I play him. Yeah. And if you don't have that situation, you don't have deliverance in this world. Yeah, Jesus was also talking. He's talking about all liberated souls that have God awakened inside them. They have the Holy Spirit. It's for everybody like that. And they're usually pretty rare in this world with all these demons and demigods flying all over the place, fighting each other. It's a war. That's why you see, you gotta preach when there's a war, because that's always going on more or less in the world. You don't find no Satya Yuga with the mode of goodness every time, especially Kali Yuga. If you're going to deliver here, you're going to come into a war zone. And that's the proof that Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya's mercy is here, because we're delivering in a war zone. You got to be empowered to do the kind of work we're doing. It would be impossible. That's why you guys are outdone and outshone, and because you can't do that work here. You gurus and sannyasis and brahmins, you just can't do it. You got to be specially empowered to do this deliverance in a war zone, in an apocalyptic time, my friends. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Look at this. Love of God is being distributed in the apocalypse. The whole world is being destroyed. The demons are fighting in full force. Heavens are shaking. Hell is rising up into God, my God, and we're delivering people. We have better opportunity. This is definitely a Bhagavad. This is definitely going to be in the Bhagavatam. Definitely, most definitely. This is people getting more mercy here than that was given than in Prahlad's time. And I ain't joking. Yeah, that was great, man. The Shingadev came and gave mercy, but what? Not to this extent. It was still, even the demigods said, "Boy, Prahlad's path is so difficult. I don't know if we can follow it." That's what you can read in the Bhagavatam. The demigod said, "Boy, this path that Prahlad was preaching, if you have a little sex itch, don't itch it, don't, you be renounced and all that." He was teaching heavy stuff, man. He was this little kid. But in this Kali Yuga special time, man, the Lord says, nobody's going to follow like Prahlad even. Let's make it easy for you. I'll empower somebody, and they'll just tell the essence of the truth, and I'll give my mercy through that person and qualify everybody to know me as I really am, and to know all these devotional principles. You come here, you'll learn all these things. You'll be able to chant in ecstasy, hear these books in ecstasy, appreciate sadhu sangha. Oh, you'll become addicted to the transcendental potency so easily, so effortlessly, so naturally. Otherwise, Tough road for you, man. Go follow. What's your alternative? Narayan Raj is preaching. Oh, rules, regulations, strict, 1 lakh. And then doing all that for many lifetimes. Then you'll get the prema that Gaur Hari Das and his friends are distributing. If you follow my path, you got to follow my path. You got to become a superstar sannyasi. Renounce the world. No material desires for you. And then after many lifetimes, you're going to get this body. And Gohari, what does he say? Oh, just come hang out with us, man. Hang out with ecstatic devotees, man. The Lord has given the approval to give. Prabhupada came as heading the disciplic line, said, Gohari, your work has my approval. Give out this ecstasy. Krishna comes, said, yeah, they'll get my darshan if they believe in you as Guru. Yeah, I'll give them the highest thing to the lowest persons. And that's already proven the true again and again and again and again. And we'll continue to prove it till the whole world understands this simple truth. That the Lord is really working here. Lord Caitanya is really doing his delivering here. And nowhere else that we can see. Must be that kind of special place again, huh? I wouldn't care a bit about name and fame. Yeah, I mean that's because when you really get a taste and you have a good heart, your heart in it, and you get a taste for this worshiping the Lord in ecstasy, that's real. And then the Lord will make you like with Gaur, like me. I didn't go out for that. I was just relishing this happiness of chanting. I wasn't to be guru was not even in my mind. That was a surprise. It really was. This lady comes off the train. Actually, I was playing the flute too, Just going around playing a flute in Puri. Some lady comes off the train. What a pastime, She had this mixed Vaishnava guru, Vaishnava Shiva, he would have a tilaks like that, but it was a Vaishnava mixed. And she had no taste for Chaitanya Lila. And he kicked her off the train with a book, Chaitanya Mongol. And she had no taste. She said, read this. I don't have any. See, she needs a living connection. Her guru couldn't do it, right? Because he actually had envy and jealousy. He was like the God brothers. Same thing. Like my God brothers, like Prabhupada's God. It's always a God, isn't it? Isn't it? Jesus, God brothers, envy, jealousy. What is the big deal? Why does everybody think it's always different? No, it's always the same. Prabhupada had envious God brothers. I have envious. Jesus have envious God brothers. When you attain the devotional potency, you're going to have envious God brothers. It just comes with the territory. What's the big deal? Yeah. Playing my flute, she gets off. I have no attraction. See, this is the essence of the truth. Everybody can follow this. How many you ISKCON devotees are like this? You have Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and you look at the book and you don't have any feeling for it. It's just nice words and everything you don't understand, and like that. How about you, Ram Das Vijayavasi? How about you, Balaram, and all you like you? Yeah, you got a nice book and all that, but you don't understand it. On the shelf and you're pious. Ooh, Prabhupada said, I'm going back to Godhead just by having a stack of Chaitanya Leela on my shelf and Bhagavatam. I don't understand, but I got the books there. How many are you like that? How would you like to taste the contents? Because you got to taste them. And you got to have Bhakti Lata Bij, and that's what we give here. That's what we do here. We're authorized for Bhakti Lata Bij. We're authorized distributors of Bhakti Lata Bij. And I don't know anybody else on this planet that is. If so, step forward, man. Make yourselves known. I'll promote you. If you have real Bhakti Lata, I will be happy. I'll say, hey, you can also go over there and get Bhakti Lata Bij. But not one can come forward and prove and show that they have Bhakti Lata Bij living. They have the seeds. See, there because they have the fruit of real bhakti fructify, and that's love of Krishna that they can prove and show the world without caring about outsiders, kicking and screaming and yelling and jumping up and down and making a ruckus and a disturbance. Yeah, you come here, show us. You got Bhakti Lata Beach. How about you, Acharya Dev? How about you, Radhanath? Come here, show the world you got Bhakti Lata Beach. I'll promote you personally. I'll have all my disciples promote you. Now, is that a fair deal? Is that offensive to talk like this, to ask this kind of thing, or just uncommon because people, they're so stuffed up and repressed and suppressed and depressed, like Prabhupada said his god brothers did to him. But you notice he got more expressed, and this is doubled. And Prabhupada is more than pleased because here we just it's out there now. Forget the etiquettes and all. Let's just get into the truth of the matter. Full expression is Vrindavan. Full truth, not holding back, not hiding it like Vishnu and like Narayan. Now, full truth, man. My Lord wants full disclosure now. Transparency. He wants to see your real currency situation, your real financial situation. What are the state of your finances? And that is the real finances, the real current, the real currency, the real wealth is how much of Krishna and Radha do you have inside you? That's what we're here for, full disclosure. This is the new world order. The government wants to look inside everything. He wants to expose the spiritual body, make it transparent. We're going to look over the books now. No more double entries. You got the real book over here, and then you got your fake book over here with all these juggled words, and they call that double entry system. You got the juggled books, and you got the real ones over here. Now we're gonna look at the real ones, or we're going to incarcerate you for fraud. You didn't know there was a higher level to this stuff that you see going on here. Here, it's all lies. The biggest frauds make a big deal of you. If you cheat them out of what they want, the world, I'm here to cheat, not you. You can't cheat. We are doing the cheating. It's unbelievable, man. I can't believe the hypocrisy of this. This is still totally Kali Yuga, man. These big hypocrites. Ooh, we're money laundering and fraud and all. We don't like that, but we do it all the time. But not you. We don't like that. We'll put you in jail for that. Can you imagine? Isn't that true there, River? The biggest crooks are the crooks. And they get really pissed off if you play their game. Oh, no. Just to survive it. Oh, no. That's Maya, man. Are you sick of that? Come on, man. Come under the transcendental shelter and be free. She'll even be more lenient. Because their whole thing is to get you to let loose of that fire, man. Gee whiz, man. Everybody's burning up in this hellish thing. Oh, everybody, you can be in hell now. I'm telling you, my Lord is very powerful and very merciful. And he's expressing it now, at this time, in this place, in this circumstance. You're in hell and you're a hellish person. If you come, my Lord will forgive everything. And you will feel it, man. You will feel Bill Gates, man. You will feel what real wealth is, what real resources are. You think this guy, hoarding all the resources of farmland is no, you got to understand the real farmland is Krishna's transcendental body. We farm that every day. The truth that grows in that fertile land of Krishna, love of God, extraordinary. See, we're making as above, so below. See, through the word, through this ecstatic worship and expression. You see, just expressing, just show the world it's uncommon. The transcendental potency is uncommon and worthy and to take shelter of. It's trustworthy more than anything in this Maya here. I mean, I have to take trust. That's why I do it. It's getting better and better. And the more I trust, the more I surrender. The more the Lord shows that, yeah, don't you see? You can trust me. You can trust devotees. You are not shaved, drink coffee, no tilak, no deck beads, no like women, etc. No way you're a pure devotee. Yeah. That's right. I'm not it's a pure, well, the thing is, it's a spontaneous thing. I don't have anything in that way. My only possession is this addiction. I think you're understanding. Our only possession is this addiction to the Lord. He's given us this. Only thing that souls delivers prema, full stop. Yeah, the only thing that counts is Guru delivers prema, full stop. Exactly. No ins, ands, or buts. Well, the Gohari, he delivers prema, but he drinks coffee. So friggin' what? You getting prema? Didn't Prabhupada teach take gold even if it's in, what does he say? Gold, take gold even if it's in a filthy place. Yeah, or, oh, look, he's giving class. He's got this beautiful, she's a beautiful lady is sitting right next to me. Yeah, and I'm thinking, she's a devotee, man. She's got, she sees Lord Caitanya. She lives on Lord Caitanya. Hey, this is past lifestyle. I'm so fortunate to get association with devotee, honest person, Yeah, just lucky. Good heart, everything. My God, absolutely. Somehow or other, I'll give class any day around somebody like that. Don't you think I want a man next to me that has no bhakti? Forget that. Man or woman who has bhakti is closer the better. Man, touch their body, man. They're full of bhakti. I'll touch Lalita's body. I'll tell you right now, I'll touch her body and I'll kiss her feet. You foot fetish guys out, no problem. See, the bhakti exudes from that lady. She's so welcoming to Radha and Krishna. And they live in her temple, man. You touch that body. Look at they touched the body of Lord Caitanya, became ecstatic. You touch these ecstatic devotees' body, you'll become ecstatic. If you have a problem with that, you're offensive rascal. That's all. Problem. You're stupid. Your heart's full of, contamination. So come here, we'll purify it. Come, have a cup of coffee with us. Yeah. Like Lord Caitanya said, yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna certainly are spiritual master, right? That was it. He said, that was it. And you know how they interpret it? This is people who don't know. Oh well, yes, it's correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna, well, they can't even go that. They don't even understand. They don't even think that. They don't think that you are even a guru if you awaken devotion to Krishna. They are so out of touch with the real books. Can you imagine? The Narayan, the illustrious Narayan. Thank you for your example, by the way, Narayan Rajguru. It's great Bhagavatam example to show you what it's not. You know, oh, they can't even say, yes, it is correct. You awaken devotion to Krishna or prema bhakti and others, or yourself and others, which we do. You're not guru. See, they're not even conclusive. It shows you they need shiksha too, right? Doesn't matter how much you've been with the illustrious Narayan Raj, you're still inconclusive. You know, I just tell you the self-evident. I don't need to interpret or anything. It's just really clear. You know, I just make it clear, magnify and clarify. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken prema for Krishna, those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly spiritual master. Well, that's going on here again and again and again. No need to, I don't even have to explain it. All I have to do is repeat it 10,000 times so that these people pop their ears open after they hear it 10,000 times. Maybe. And clarify it and magnify it if need be. But usually that's all you have to do is say the verses as they are and be the verses as they are. Just be a person that prema awakens. If you have the mercy, then you can be it, otherwise not. You can be the person and you chant Hare Krishna and ecstatic love just awakens by the mercy that you got in this life from a real living guru or in the past life, you know, like that. And that's it. There you go. That's it. That's all people need to see, and all they need to hear is the truth about that. And if they're awake, they'll awaken. Or they're ready to awake, right? Awaken, very simple. And if you're not that, you know, if you're not the kind of guru out there, and they're all practical like that, probably all of them, actually, to be honest with you, you know, from them, ecstatic prema doesn't emanate, and by their word, ignorance is not destroyed, and they don't awaken prema in themselves or others, and they claim to be Guru Dev, the doormen for Vrindavan, to give you entrance. How can that be? Not even logical. Now you see why the Lord had to yell to get through sometimes. By the loud shouts of Lord Caitanya, the lion-like Lord Caitanya, the elephantine offenses. See, fences, things blocking your bhakti, dissipated. Need a wind to blow them away. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house of ignorance down. Remember that story? We used to repeat that as kids. We'll huff and we'll puff and blow. You're not a guru unless you can be a good huffer and puffer, man, and blow the house of ignorance down. It's a house. Isn't ignorance is that people are building their house in religion. Oh, in these religious groups, in ISKCON, they're building their house of ignorance. You know, out of alignment. They got the little checklist as like it's like a tent. You know, they're building their very flimsy, man. A big wind comes like Gohari's word and truth. You know, and the thing whole collapses, which it should. It's your good fortune if it collapses. Otherwise, you die and you got this tent, you know, erected in your life. You know, this what you think your speculations on the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. You know, got this little tent you've erected in your mind, all your speculations, and then you die and it falls apart. So better to fall apart now, and we'll replace it with conclusive truth, clear understanding of the absolute truth.
Maharaj, people are in danger.
People are in danger.
Yeah, they don't know that they're in danger.
They don't know
And
that they're in
they've got
danger.
walls,
They've got
thick
walls,
walls
thick
around them,
walls
and they're
around
in
them.
suppression. You have to
Suppression.
shout.
You have to shout.
raise your
You
voice.
have to raise
You have
your
to
voice.
penetrate through that.
Penetrate
You know,
through that.
we need
You know,
it. You know, you wouldn't let.
You know, you wouldn't let. You know.
Lolita saying something. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you great.
Big echo.
Big echo.
Oh, big echo. Okay, let me mute my mic.
You know, like when a child is in danger and it's away from you and you can't stop that child, you know, you have to shout. You have to really shout to judder people out of the space that they're in. You know, that vibration, it really works. Coming from yourself and how you use it. How you use it. It's not, you know, people, it's really potent. It's really full of safety, actually. You know, we are here, we're used to this, and because we receive it and we understand it, we see what it does for us and how it transforms us. You know, so yeah, people just have to come. Thank you, Maharaj. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. This is, even Christians that are empowered, they have this thing sometimes. We were watching a preacher over there. I remember he was empowered. Then he's just with the spirit, and the spirit is potent like that, and it does blow away things. That's why it's in our scriptures. But you see, the ISKCONs and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti, Narayan Raj wasn't like this either. Very always, you know, like soft, and, you know, because it wasn't empowerment like this. This is special. Yeah. And so, like a lot of the Vaishnavas, they're like onto the level of goodness or maybe even liberation or something. So they don't have this special mercy, special empowerment. That's why you see people advancing here. They get this quality also. That's the real line. That's proof it's the real line. Yeah. So those who develop faith here, you're developing faith in reality. Actually, very fortunate. This fan and the mosquitoes are eating me up here. Oh, I see. Okay, just a second. Here I come. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. Not get rid. Okay. Although the Lord is always above material existence, his spiritual potency, through his spiritual potency, appeared and acted like an ordinary human being. You know, this verse is so fantastic. The whole thing is just so, you can talk about this forever and try to make it really clear because people really need to know this. See, although the Lord is always above material existence through his spiritual potency. See, through his spiritual potency, he's above material existence. Through his spiritual potency, we are raised above material existence. This is the secret. But how, see, people haven't, in religion, you haven't identified the spiritual potency yet. It's not clear. Even the demigods have a hard time identifying the spiritual potency. I'm not just speculating. This is what This is what Yamaraj says in Srimad Bhagavatam. He says even we demigods have a hard time understanding the transcendental nature of the Lord. This is why Sadhu Sangha here is so great and so attractive, because you hear topics that even the greatest souls strive to hear, and you're hearing them here. This is no different than when Jesus said the sages wanted to hear what you fishermen are hearing now, because it's being revealed now by the special grace of God, but they couldn't hear. But you're hearing, and it is no different now. You are hearing what even Paul and Peter and John wanted to know and hear, and couldn't hear because it wasn't revealed 2,000 years ago. It's not even revealed in religion of the Vaishnavas. I mean, it's revealed, but they don't hear it. They're not here, right? You want to hear it, you come here. Otherwise, you don't get such an opportunity. You can't do this on your own. This is like being around Srinivas and Narottam. These devotees, I wish I would be around at the time of Narottam and Srinivas. Well, hey man, you got ecstatic devotees here who are worshiping the Lord in the same kind of ecstasy Narottam and Srinivas and Shamananda were. And other devotees of Lord Caitanya. So therefore we get that kind of understanding, right? To those who worship the Lord in loving ecstasy, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, I give them the understanding. See, we can understand these books, right? And we can communicate that understanding to others who would listen. You get purified by hearing what the devotees understand about the Bible and the Vedas. I love these verses are jewels, rubies, diamonds, gold, Bitcoin. Hey, it's a new digital gold, man. By the way, for you guys, it's going down, man. Keep your eye open. It's going down big time. I had my it's going to go down to where it's going to go really low, and then it'll shoot up really high and make millionaires. I'm telling you, man. I told you before, but a lot of people, you got to catch it at the right time, though. Yeah, and if it does, it'll be great. Then I can really help everybody out that needs help, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to ask you guys for anything anymore. Holy shit. Ooh, just a minute. See, I have to keep a really close eye on it now because it's going up and down and all this stuff. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Practical stuff. This is beautiful. So really, the Lord is the real wealth. Isn't it nice? I love this path. I can be myself. I can do what I need to do. I can survive in this world. I can, attend to duties or not. But I have the Lord. Now that's all the Lord is. He wants to give himself, so he gives all living entities protection. That is his will for Kali Yuga, to easily give himself. Just come through the right channel, come through the right direction, come through the real flute, who's playing the real song. Song of God, right? Song of God is conclusive truth, conclusive understanding. That is the song of God, man. Even if you're raspy in your delivery of it. Beautiful, huh? It's lovely. See? He appeared and acted like an ordinary human being, accepting duties and obligations apparently like a conditioned soul. Text number 7. My dear King Pariksit, the material qualities Sattva Gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun all belong to the material world. Do you hear that? Even the mode of goodness. Am I preaching out of order? Even the mode of goodness. See? Sattva Gun is part of the material world. See? That's why this preaching raises you above it, because it's Shuddha Sattva, beyond the modes. It's pure goodness. See, pure. Lord Caitanya said you can be a perfect Brahmin in Sattva Gun, but you can't purify yourself or anybody else. But Shuddha Sattva Gun is what purifies you. It purifies your soul. See, it awakens your soul. It enlivens your soul. It enlivens its relationship with God, which is the only real thing in this world. Everything else is an illusion. All belong to the material world. You see, that's why I preach. Be around real devotees who are under Shuddha Bhakti. That'll purify our attachments and our faith in even Sattva Gun. And you'll see everything in perspective. Oh, okay, Sattva Gun is good for the body. Regular. I like to be regular. I like to sleep enough. That's regulation. I like to not eat too much. Well, I do. That's one of my faults. I probably eat more than necessary. I probably shouldn't, but what can I do? I'm not perfect, man. Ideally, probably shouldn't drink coffee, because it's an addiction, But even Maria, she drinks coffee, but too much, man. See, you got to watch out. This is how Maya can get you. It's about too much. See, you got to watch that out. Too much. Moderation is okay if you can handle it, but if you're one of these addictive, you can do too much, and then it becomes a problem, or can be. Hare Krishna. So these three gunas cannot act by increasing or decreasing simultaneously. Okay, all belonging to a touch of Supreme. These three gunas cannot act by increasing and decreasing simultaneously. When the quality of goodness is prominent, the sages and demigods flourish with the help of that quality, with which they are infused and surcharged by the Supreme Lord. I think we'll take a little break now. My throat is actually hurting a little bit now. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for coming. This has been fun. Oh, give us a word first. River, say something.
It's echoing, Maharaj.
Oh, sorry.
I just been to a great show. I won't have to leave my home. I've been to a great show. I've had laughing, hearing what you've been saying and hearing what the Lord says within me as well, and listening and reading these comments. It's just all round. It's all round the supreme potency. Wow, Maharaj, absolutely wonderful. I watched this film last night with, it was just what you were talking about. They stop us doing what they do all the time. They have these, the police and everybody trying to stop you. They were just criminals, really, and they made them look like really heroic, these criminals. But they killed them in the end. The police caught them and killed them in the end. But they don't. That's all they show: the good and the bad. That's all they show. The other bit is left out. So they're trying to make the laymen, always be bad, and keep the distraction off them. Because they're doing these things. We can do these, but not you. We're going to carry on doing these things, but not you. And you can see it clearly now in all the films. Most films are, good and bad. There's always the good and the bad, and the good always wins. It's so clear. And what Janardhan said, you have saved my life. You have saved me from this. You are my savior. We are the Salvation Army. We are the real Salvation Army that goes into the war zones, and preaches. We have a Salvation Army here in England, and they're the only charity that are allowed to go into war zones. And but this is the real Salvation Army going into these war zones, so people can come. People can come here because of how destructive, those wars are. I've had more to say, but anyways, great. I felt like I was, when people go to watch a comedian, pay all this money, but this is constant. Thank you so much. Thank you to the devotees. Thank you so much to Lalita. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you to Karuna. Everyone, everyone's a part of it. You're making everything so clear, so stable, and it's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it.
Oh, yeah. And if anybody wants to donate too, you can donate here at these various ways. I'll just leave that up. Lalita, give us a
word. Let's see what Krishna wants me to say. It's going really, really deep, Guru Maharaj, really. And I'm so happy that you protect this knowledge of the Lord so that we finally can relish this, and this unexpected life that I didn't know that this was existing. Living with the Lord, wanting to live with the Lord, living for the Lord, not making other choices than for Him, because He is so tasty, because that's what you're giving us. I talk to many devotees, to many Vaidis, cling, cling, bang, bang, doing Harinams, that they are jumping up and down, like Prabhupada said, like monkeys, not knowing what they are doing, not knowing what ecstasy is, not knowing what Krishna consciousness is. You need to be there. We all need a Siksha Guru. It's really, really there need to be that new preacher who's breathing that life inside of our dead bones, so that finally that spirit starts to live inside of us, and then finally we discover the Lord in what we are reading ourselves. So this is really fantastic. This is you will make history. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. We make sure that it will happen. This needs to be. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you want to.
It's so fun. That's the thing. It's really fun. It's Vrindavan style. The Lord really wants to playfully help everybody. And liberate all kinds of people, even demons and all this stuff. When he's empowering somebody, I like the kind of empowerment here in our sangha. I think extraordinary things will happen. So miracles, really amazing, beautiful things. The Lord doesn't like to waste a good crisis.
You want me to say more? Yeah, really. I lost my my thread now. This life in Vrindavan is a perfect life. I can advise it to all those Vaidhi Bhaktas. They have no clue about what it means to be an ecstatic devotee. They like to quote quotes and posts that they don't understand. Writing down things that they even don't understand, not knowing what a beauty there is inside in every sentence, in all those words. They really don't know what they are missing. They really don't know what they are missing. They say this to people in society who are living in Maya. You don't know what you are missing. But I am telling them the same. They are not there, not at all. They don't know what they are missing. They come back. They come back if they don't come here. Absolutely. They will have another birth if they don't come here. This is the only thing that takes them out, because because the spirit, you need this connection. Going back to Godhead is going back to Godhead, going in that deep communion and discovering this mystery of the Lord every day, over and over again. That's Krishna consciousness, be really conscious of him. Conscious of his beauty, of his power, and understanding the things that they are saying for such a long time. And then little by little you say, oh yeah, that means that, wow. And then you get another loading of ecstasy. It's never-ending story. It's just super. And it's so refreshing to read what Fanny writes, because I recognize myself. She doesn't have these terms of the Vaishnavas. I didn't have those terms. This jargon, I don't know if that exists in English. Jargon. So, and she speaks from the heart. And when I do this, when I associate with devotees and I write on their timeline things out of my heart, they put big question mark because they don't understand what I'm saying. They don't know what is, huh? Like that. What is she saying? But I speak out of experience. And that's why you give us those experiences, those deep experiences, so that you can really speak out of knowing that Lord and meeting him. And yeah, and they only can respond with a verse that again they don't understand. So these are empty conversations. These are empty conversations, like a dead man conversation, And yeah, that's why you're right. We need to take a distance from them, not associate too close with them, because it's really poisoning each other. Taking respectful distance, that's a word. Yeah. This is too good.
Yeah, yeah. The spiritual consciousness is different than the world. It's always kind of like that. When devotees are here and empowered to deliver people up to the next level of spiritual awakening, it's always people that are blind. Everybody in the world under the modes, even mode of goodness, their blindness. If they're blind, they're covered by that mode. So it's natural, and so the devotees call out those who are ready for this. They know. Do the same kind of preaching when Prabhupada called people out, but you see, to a certain extent, they can come closer. Initiation even said initiation brings you closer to the guru, but then like not right up. I mean, closer, a little closer. You stay close. You got his books. You don't understand them still. He didn't preach you like the deep things like we preach here. So bring it closer. And here for those who are ready, they can come even closer to the Guru as one. It's the same Lord in Prabhupada, in this fool here, in Jesus Christ, in Lord Caitanya, in Nityananda, in their followers. It's all one big happy family, literally. The happy God we worship, and he's not a renounced God. He likes to enjoy the spiritual potency. He's an enjoyer. The devotees become enjoyers by enjoying Krishna. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's enjoying Krishna, is enjoying serving him, making him happy. That's how devotees enjoy Krishna. I can't help it. He likes people to chant his name. Now I know why. Yeah, because it makes him happy, and I feel beyond. I don't have any words for this kind of happiness. It's extraordinary. Or you just got to see it and then think, "Whoa, man, I'd like to also try that out. I want to put that hat on." Ecstatic devotee. You want to try that hat on now, everybody? Thank you so much. That was great. This is the very best thing ever. Benny, now I'm going to take a shower. Good. Okay, my friend. Until we meet again, thank you very much. It's been a great show.